CP0108 to 50 recording length 06 minutes and 12 seconds. This recording was created using www.spokentext.net. Does the CPUSA run candidates for elected office? What is the history of the CPUSA in presidential elections? The CPUSA does run candidates for elected office, both as communists and as independent candidates for local office, sometimes on slates of progressives, sometimes for non-partisan offices. However, we don't yet run candidates in many places. This is due to several factors: our small size, the financial and resource demands of campaigns and the high costs of advertising, and also to the numerous restrictions that still exist in many places to so-called third-party candidates. Check our website www.cpusa.org for reports on electoral struggles, such as the recent report by Joel Fishman. Check out our journal, Political Affairs, also accessible through our website, for articles such as the January 2002 articles on the Working Families Party in New York and on the Vermont Progressive Party. Below is a short history of some CPUSA members who have ran for president. Here: President, VP # votes, total # votes, in millions. 1924, William Z. Foster Ben Gitlow, 36,386, 29.1. 1928, William Z. Foster Ben Gitlow, 48,770, 36.8. 1932, William Z. Foster James W. Ford, 10, 2,991, 39.8. 1936, Earl Browder James W. Ford, 80,159, 45.6. 1940, Earl Browder James W. Ford, 46,251, 49.8. 1968, Charlene Mitchell Michael Zagarel, 438, on the ballot in only 2 states. 1972, Gus Hall Jarvis Tyner, 25,222, 77.6. 1976, Gus Hall Jarvis Tyner, 58,692, 81.6. 1980, Gus Hall Angela Davis, 43,896, 86.5. 1984, Gus Hall Angela Davis, 36,225, 92.7. Do you run candidates for local offices? Why haven't you run candidates for national office for years? We do run candidates for local offices. Several communists have not only run but been elected. However, we want to run many more candidates for local offices. Our numbers are still small, and there are several obstacles: the money required to mount a serious electoral campaign, the amount of work required, which can drain our energies away from other important party activities and from participation in coalitions, and there are still many difficulties in getting minor parties on the ballot. All these reasons are even more true for running national candidates. Each state has different ballot access laws, which over the decades have gotten much more restrictive in most states. In the 1970s, we made several concerted efforts to get on the ballot in all states, but were only able to succeed in just over half the states. Since then, many states have made ballot access more restrictive, by exponentially increasing the number of signatures required to get on the ballot, by requiring that signatures be collected in every single district in a state, and other similar rules that severely restrict ballot access. This affects our party, but also many other smaller parties. We have joined in several lawsuits attempting to overturn some of these restrictions. The costs of running a national campaign have also grown exponentially, as have the limits on getting access to media coverage. As a result of these and other factors, we have chosen to focus our limited forces elsewhere, by supporting efforts in the labor movement to build independent electoral campaign structures and to elect more workers to office, by campaigning in our own name in an effort to clarify the key issues for workers, and by working to build coalitions against the ultra-right. Our expectation is that we will in the future again run national candidates, but we want to be in a position to run campaigns that have the potential to have a significant impact on the electoral process. This requires more members. requires running more candidates for local office to gain experience and to build our mass base, and requires that we are in a position to raise sufficient funds for a national candidacy. In the meantime, we support many efforts to build alternative political formations. See FAQs about third parties, such as the Green Party, the Labour Party, the Working Families Party, etc. We work to build the political strength of the labor movement. We work to support candidates within the two-party system who offer real alternatives to the ultra-right, such as Paul Wellstone did, and we are working to build our party in size, experience, and strength. If I have more questions, how can I get them answered? There are a number of ways you can get questions answered. You can use the party link on our website. You can join the party or participate in our online discussion group and post your question. You can contact the party organization in your state or city by email. See our contact section for email addresses, and ask a question or find out about local events you can attend. Events usually have a question and answer period whenever time permits. Another way, if you agree with our basic program, is to join the party, participate in our activities, start a Marxist self-study program, which your club can help you plan and learn by doing. This recording was created using Spoken Text, the free online text-to-speech converter. To learn more about Spoken Text, visit www.spokentext.net.